let's get started here. So let's see who do we have on the chat.
Who are you?
Okay. Just wait for some people to join. Any minute now. That's weird. Nobody's here today. All right. You guys, whoever's on here should be able to hear me just fine. I was just testing some things. Sorry, I had to cut it off and then go back in. Just wanted to make sure. And I was adding some new widgets to my stream. Whoever joined, thanks for joining. Well, at least whoever did join before. Hunter Iggy, I think. Just waiting for a few people to join. All right, thanks for joining. So let's get started. So today I want to talk about, Marvel Phase 4 and 5. Hopefully we can get into the 5 in a moment. But let's first address the like all these movies that were listed on Marvel Phase 4 at Comic-Con 2019. And that's weird. Why does it look like that? Okay. Anyways, as I was saying before, for some reason it looks like a black bar. Let me check. It doesn't have the black bar on my chat, so it's a little hard to see the text there. One sec. Yep, boxed is the way I want it. Kevin Bilbo, thanks for joining. Michael J. White for Blade. You know, he would have been a great choice, but he's kind of a little older now. He still looks good, though. He's in good shape. But he would have been great. So let's go ahead and address the movies and TV shows here. And let's talk about it. Just want to make sure this. So I want to talk about Black Widow first, and we're gonna go in the orders from left to right. The Black Widow movie, that's like the first movie to start in Phase 4, even though it takes place prior to, in the middle of Phase 3, like a little bit before Captain America Civil War, so it's a little weird that it's placed in Phase 4, even though it's considered a prequel. So it does take place before Captain America Civil War, shortly before, and we're going to be getting characters like the Taskmaster to appear in that movie, and that's pretty interesting. They've already released some concept art regarding the Taskmaster, and I'll show it to you right now, actually, just so I can go on Chrome. I'm just going to try to avoid, like, videos of any kind, and yes, I was on, what do you call it? This is the Marvel Phase 4 and 5 stuff. Like, some people had just mocked it up. But it shows here, I don't know how to feel about the Taskmaster suit. They always make it so different. But there is some set photos. Like, what people really want is something like this, right? But we're getting something like that. It's not exactly too comic accurate, but it's something, you know. It's not really the skull mask, but the outfit's cool. I only hope he has, like, the shield and the cape, which will be something. Like, this is from Spider-Man PS4 right here. So, yeah, there's that. I'm excited for it. I've always wanted to see a character like this in the movies, because he has an interesting skill set, and the Taskmaster can pretty much imitate anybody's moves just by simply looking at them. He can, like, that's why he was able to take on the Avengers in comic books. So if they can nail that, I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, they'll nail down the character. There's also the concept art, which I want to see, and I've always wanted to see the Taskmaster take on the Avengers themselves, you know. So here's, like, the official concept art, which is, it's pretty cool. He's got the hood thing. He's got the very famous Taskmaster shield that he wields, which is a very small shield, but nonetheless it's still the shield. And the helmet does shape a skull, because you see, like, there's like a little nose here and the teeth and everything. It does shape a skull, but, and of course, in Marvel Studios typical fashion, everything has to be, like, layered, and, like, a lot of characters have, you know, whether they're villains or good guys or whatever, their costumes are very similar in that sense, in that regard, where, like, everything's just layered with, like, armor and pieces and everything like that. That's one thing that they have in common, you know, and it's as almost if all the characters look the same. And even Rachel Weisz is in this movie, and I love Rachel Weisz. But yeah, that's cool, and I hope I'm not getting like hit with copyright right now as I'm showing these photos. But that's him in the comics, just to give you an idea. And then this is from taken from Comic Con right here. So there's that. Wait, hold on a sec. Let me see. So if you guys have any input on what you'd like to see on the Black Widow movie, you let me know right now, and let me know if you can hear me just fine. Just want to make sure that you guys are able to hear me. I see that the levels are just fine here on my end. All right, so let's go ahead and address the next movie that I have here. Hang on, let me take myself off here because I can't see in the bottom. Oh yes, so the Disney Plus streaming service has the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that's gonna be interesting because if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame already, we last left off there with Captain America going back to time and being selfish, of course. To have that dance with Peggy and live the rest of his life through the era of like 40s, 50s, and on and so forth, and just live his life and just become an old man. And that was pretty cool to see. So it is confirmed that Captain America did pass on the mantle to the Falcon, and the Falcon is now the official Captain America. And also, I think it is confirmed that Anthony Mackie, who plays the Falcon, really got a new suit for Captain America. So we're going to be seeing a winged Captain America flying around Marvel Studio films. So that's awesome. I really want to see where this goes moving forward. Sorry, drinking water and ice. But yeah, that's exciting. Definitely going to sign up for the Disney subscription services because Disney is going to give you access to their entire library, from Disney shows to movies to upcoming like exclusives to like Disney Plus streaming, and it's only going to be like $7. That's awesome. So I think the series is going to be about 6 episodes. The same actors are returning. Anthony Mackie and what's this guy's name that plays Bucky? Well, what I forgot his name. But anyways, they're returning, so that's going to be fun. And then if you're gonna sign up for the Disney Plus, let me know, what are you looking forward to. I mean, if you're not really interested in any of the Marvel stuff that's coming to Disney Plus streaming, let me know what else you're interested in. Because having access to everything Disney is like a bargain deal, so that's awesome. We got Marvel Studios Eternals. That's coming out November 6th, 2020. So that's like next year. So we're kicking things off next year, starting with the Black Widow movie on May 1st. And then there is a date for the Falcon. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming to Disney Plus, but there's no dates on any of the Disney Plus streaming services. It just says like fall 2020 on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So the Disney Plus streaming services will be available starting next year. That's for sure. So that's also confirmed. Eternals is November 6th, 2020. So that's right around the corner. They're already starting to probably film that. I think they're in pre-production right now for that film. That's gonna feature Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, I think or is that gonna be in the Black Widow movie? I'm not sure. I don't remember. That's also gonna feature some other actor there that I'm not really familiar with, and they've changed up some of the characters from the Eternals. The Eternals isn't really a well-known like household name as far as superheroes goes. But these are characters created from Jack Kirby, and that film is going to be pretty weird because it's going to be very Jack Kirby-esque, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. That's also one thing I've been wanting more of ever since Thor Ragnarok. So, because clearly a lot of the background work and a lot of the scenery was very Jack Kirby-esque, and that's really cool. And then we moving on to, I think it's, what date is this? February 12th, 2021. So we're not really getting, like, looks like we're going back down to 2 films a year for Marvel for Phase 4, because Phase 4 is only going to last for like 2 years, and that's going to be interesting. Ugh. Let me see. There's something I need to fix here. Give me one moment, guys. So the Twitch log needs to be different because it's a little confusing the way everything's there. Log out. I'm going to sign in with the Twitch account because Twitch log, I need to be able to differentiate between the two. Eh. Chunky, nah. I always like it boxed. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that and then paste it in there. I'll save the setting for Twitch. Copy. So where was I? I was just fixing something. Excuse me. Yeah. So Eternals. I'm curious about it. Not in the most excited for it, but like I'm pretty curious. That's something that I am looking forward to, based off of the description in Comic-Con 2019 and how like that film's gonna be like. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it in some way. Let's see. Moving on to the next film. I'm just kind of like skimming through it, you know. So sorry if I'm going a little too fast. If you have any questions, like let me know, guys, please. Or if you want to input something, please don't hesitate to put something there in the chat. Don't be shy. What else? So Shang-Chi and I think it's called The Legend of the Ten Rings. 10 Rings, Mandarin, confirmed. I mean, the 10 Rings has been around since, like, Iron Man 1. God, this thing is so stupid. Like, I'm trying to move something clearly here, and it moves something else. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, yeah, Mandarin confirmed. We did get that, you know, basically a middle finger to the face with Iron Man 3 when we had a fake Mandarin played by Ben Kingsley, who's a pretty well-known, awesome actor. Luckily, it was pretty funny. But the Mandarin does exist. I mean, there is this one shot that was confirmed that the Mandarin is real, and he's out there. But having a formidable foe like the Mandarin in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is extremely exciting. And the fact that we haven't seen or even heard from him blows my mind. But he's clearly going to be based off of China. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Shang-Chi, yet again, another hero that isn't a well-known household character. And we're getting that. So that's going to be really cool. Also, if you get the chance, if you're watching my channel, I am addressing each and every single one of these movies and shows in individual videos. So I'll be giving my input through that as well. If you don't want to stick around for the stream, I get it. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. WandaVision, I believe that's also based off a comic. I don't read any Wanda or Vision comics. They're not as popular, obviously. But it's confirmed. Oh, excuse me. It is confirmed that Vision is coming back. We last saw him in Infinity War, and we lost him there. So the Mind Gem was removed out from his head, the Mind Stone, and he supposedly died. So it's confirmed that he's going to get repaired. And I'm also happy that the same actors are returning to play these characters, including Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen, which I love. But yeah, can't wait for that as well. Can't wait to see what they're going to be exploring with those characters in that. And I wonder if it's most likely going to be set post Avengers Endgame, obviously. All right, and now next, this is actually, believe it or not, this movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, is going to be my most highly anticipated film because Doctor Strange is a very cool character himself. That character is awesome, and I like his comics. They're really fun. They're cool to look at. And if you're not looking to explore the multiverse, this is it right here because this multiverse of madness will open doors for movies like Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And I'm looking forward to the X-Men and Fantastic Four making their way to Marvel Studios, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's confirmed also that this will be Marvel's first official horror film. And I'm like, what? A horror film in Marvel Studios? And yes, it will be PG-13, like Kevin Feige said. So I'm curious. And I think the reason why it's going to be a horror film is because the villain of this movie is going to be Nightmare. So you can only imagine with the villain like that. Of course, is going to be introducing a lot of horror into this movie. So it's a horror film with superheroes and villains in it. So that's going to be awesome. And also, Doctor Strange will be joined by Wanda, Scarlet Witch, and can't wait to see that. That's going to be cool. Excuse me. Oh, what's next? And then we got, of course, the upcoming TV series on the Disney Plus streaming service called Loki, spring 2021. Loki is going to be taking place like shortly after the first Avengers film, but like it was during the events of Avengers Endgame where they go back in time to stop to like sneak around themselves, and past Loki, like 2012 Loki, had like escaped with the with one of the stones, and we're gonna explore to see where he's going from there because he's still considered very evil in that movie. So this is not gonna be redemption Loki or anything like that. It's gonna be evil Loki as we know him and as we loved him from the beginning. That's gonna be really cool. That's gonna be about 8 episodes, I think, 6 episodes. And then I'm also highly anticipated for is What If for summer 2021. What If is actually going to be Marvel Studios' first animated series. This is cool because Marvel Studios, like, this is going to be canon, first of all. Second, Marvel ought to make more like animated stuff because like DC really has given them a run for their money because DC like is where they rule in animation. They do a better job than anybody else, and DC has very entertaining films in animation. So that's where they do a great job, and that's where Marvel kind of suffers for me in my opinion, because Marvel needs to do a little bit more animated stuff, and I think they'll succeed if they keep focusing and making more animated stuff. So I think for Marvel Studios doing an animated series such as What If really is more of an opportunity to like test the waters, and just tread in animation with that. And what's really exciting about that is all the original actors that play their characters and their parts in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are returning to voice their characters respectively on What If on the DC Streaming Plus service. So that is also exciting. All right, and then moving on to the next topic, a lot of people were wondering what would happen with Hawkeye. Now, Hawkeye is also going to be a part of the Disney Streaming Plus services. And one thing before I continue with Hawkeye is that like I mentioned earlier before in the stream, the Marvel Phase 4 is very short. It's like only 2 years running, and some people might get the impression, well, this is a very weak lineup and run because almost half of this is based off the Disney streaming service. And yeah, whatever, but still, like, some of these movies are going to be opening the doors for Marvel Phase 5, and that's going to be probably a lot bigger, and that's probably going to be even longer. It's probably going to take over the course of like 4 years or something like that. Marvel Phase 3 took a while to finish. So yeah, that's one point that I wanted to bring up. Now, going back to Hawkeye, this is really exciting. Hawkeye is going to be loose, like, you know, mostly based off of like Matt Fraction's Hawkeye from 2012 and David Aja, excuse me. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't remember. And like that's a great fun series. It's a really fun series to read. It only ran like for a while, and the art and everything on that series is flat. Fair warning, it is a little flat, but it's still beautiful in a way because it really like shows, you know, the connection and the chemistry between Hawkeye and his daughter, or what? Not his daughter. I'm sorry. The person I think he's training is God. What's her name? Oh my God, I lost. I forgot. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, this series is like really self-contained. It's very small, and it's great if you want to get into Hawkeye. Maybe you're not like familiar with the character of Hawkeye, or maybe you're not into like old classic Hawkeye, but the modern Hawkeye is really cool. It's great for new readers, basically, if you just want to get into Hawkeye. And then there's also, you know, All New Hawkeye, which was written back in 2015, and that was by Jeff Lemire. If you're interested in that, I highly suggest you read it as well. And there's Hawkeye, Old Man Hawkeye too. Like it seems like all Old Man thing is like an ongoing theme in like the comic book world. So, oh, now I remember. So, anyways, it's the character is called Kate Bishop. So Hawkeye is going to be training a character, the new Hawkeye by the name of Kate Bishop. I can't believe I drew a blank there. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. So Kate Bishop is going to be the next Hawkeye, and that's going to be about 6 episodes, which will also feature Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. And again, it's going to be based off the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, which came out back in 2012. So that'll introduce a new Hawkeye. So a lot of like, you know, a lot of female characters are definitely going to be introduced in this phase of heavily focusing on a lot of female characters, or featuring female characters too. Like Doctor Strange is going to feature Wanda, Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, a female character. WandaVision's getting their own series, female character as well. And Black Widow, of course, strong female character. Eternals got swapped, gender swapping for a few characters for females. Again, so this seems to be an overall ongoing theme in this phase. Thor, Love and Thunder, the last topic I talked about. I'm very curious about this, and at the same time excited for a couple reasons. One, Taika Waititi. He's returning to direct the next Thor film. That is exciting. I mean, when I heard that he was directing Thor Ragnarok, the third film, I'm like, okay, we got a different director. And then when I heard about the direction that they're taking that character, where like they were gonna make it like throw in the Hulk in there, and then make the film kind of seem like a comedic buddy cop film, I was like, what? A little weird. But okay, I'm curious now. It piqued my curiosity, and they did it for a reason. They wanted to make Thor fun. Arguably, you can say like the first two Thor films are just passable. Like the first one was a decent, good film. The second one, I mean, and the first one was kind of small in a way. The second one was like the first one was kind of like trending into like new territory, like outer space, other worlds, dimensions, whatever, and science and the magic and whatnot. But it was just treading like the waters lightly. And then the second one was a little bit like I don't think the second one is that bad of a movie, but apparently it's considered the worst film behind The Incredible Hulk. I'm like, I kind of disagree with it, but I can see why people would think it's the worst one. But you know, the character of Thor really needs some saving, and it needed to change for a reason. So that's why Taika Waititi came on board to write the next one. The third one is it's action packed. It's funny. It made Thor interesting again, and it made the character a lot of fun. And the actor Chris Hemsworth wanted to return to do more, and I think he is returning for Thor: Love and Thunder. But the thing is that I think the main character is now going to be Natalie Portman. She agreed to return and do more films. Now she's being given something to do, and she's obviously going to be like the main character, at least one of the main Thors. And did you know that Thor isn't really his name? It's actually just a title, really, kind of like 007, which is something I don't want to talk about right now. But yeah, Natalie Portman will be playing Thor, so we're going to be getting female Thor. And for some reason, Marvel Studios is like stressing like not to call Natalie Portman, female Thor. I'm like, yeah, she's female Thor. Okay, she's Thor, and she's a female. She's Thor though, but whatever. Um, but I'm actually interested, and I'm pretty excited to see it. Taika Waititi is returning to direct. I just hope it doesn't copy exactly what Thor Ragnarok delivered. Let it have some comedic moments and some funny things here and there. The funny thing is that the comics of Jane Foster's Thor failed. It didn't do so well. Personally, I've never been the biggest fan of that run, but the character did end up getting cancer and then died. And then Thor, who was unworthy at the time, became Thor again. So he returned. Maybe Chris Hemsworth Thor will become unworthy Thor and then pass the mantle on to another person, which is Jane Foster. It's the only person he can think of. And Jane accepts. I just wonder how that will turn out to be, you know? And I'm curious where they'll take that. Hang on. Just texting here. So I'm curious where they're going to take that character and moving forward. So that's pretty much everything that we were, addressing, that I wanted to address as far as Marvel's Phase 4. And then moving on to Phase 5. Excuse me. And then moving on to Phase 5, I'm curious what movies are going to bring. One, I hope that Phase 5 is bigger and better than this that they gave us here. No complaints. I just wish they could have done more. They could have added more. I'm pretty sure there will be more. But it's not strong enough. I really want more. And Phase 5 should introduce like bigger events. Like Secret Wars, like these events, these big events where all characters come together should now be titled after the event rather than saying Avengers Secret Wars. Just call it Secret Wars. It's cleaner. It's better. Or Marvel's Secret Wars. So we should be getting a Secret Wars film in Phase 5. We should also be getting X-Men and the Fantastic Four. It is confirmed that we will be getting them like around 2021, 2022. Maybe 2023 the latest, but I doubt it. I think it's 2022 or 2021 the latest. Probably later 2021, I think, the latest at least. And then X-Men, I don't know how they're going to go about introducing them. Maybe Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness would like give us hints as to how they can introduce those characters, but that'd be really cool. Yeah. So, yeah, that's something that I'd like to see, and I'm just curious how they're gonna go about doing that. They better have like their colorful outfits, so that we can distinguish them, because that's how the X-Men was. It's all about that color and the awesome outfits. And then we'll probably get Secret Wars at the better half end of Phase 5, because Secret Wars is a big event, and by that point we'll have a lot of characters, a lot more heroes established. So you think Endgame was huge, and it was huge, by the way. You have no idea. Secret Wars will pit like heroes and villains in a planet called Battle World, and it's gonna also introduce a character by the name of the Beyonder, which is a really cool cat kind of character, really cool guy. Like, he looks like a cool dude. He's just some regular looking dude who's really powerful, and nobody can like beat him. And he looks like a human being, like a person. But I'm curious, and that character seems pretty comedic too and funny. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna change that character a little bit around Secret Wars. And the funny thing is that comic series like wasn't the best run. It wasn't like it's not like it got a lot of positive reception. Or was it Infinity War? No, it was Secret Wars, I think. Secret Wars 2, or the re-release of, not re-release, I'm sorry, the new version of Secret Wars back in 2015. That one was like, it was okay. But Secret Wars, the original one, was pretty good. I think it was called Secret War, and then there were Secret Wars. There's like a lot of versions. I'm not kidding, guys, when I say that. It also introduced like the black symbiote suit for Spider-Man. That's awesome. That's one of the most memorable moments. I don't think there should be a Spider-Man 3 until or after Secret Wars, which would be introducing Venom. If like the whole Sony deal with Venom doesn't work out. um what else? So X-Men, Fantastic Four, Secret Wars. We should also be getting Young Avengers. Now that's something I wanted to talk about as well. Young Avengers would also introduce a lot of young characters. Maybe Kate Bishop can make her way into the Young Avengers. Possibly a Miles Morales, maybe, I don't know. And even Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie, she can be introduced into Secret Wars as well. And she can play, she'll be, I think, known as Stature. And who else could be introduced? Maybe a new Incredible Hulk. Amadeus Cho can also be introduced into the Young Avengers as well. That'd be really cool. And while like when that movie comes out, they'll have the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner's Hulk, and Peter Parker, Spider-Man, as probably as mentors, because they'll be adults by then. They'll be even older in the movies, at least. Like in real life, they're adults. I'm talking about Spider-Man mainly. He'll be like well seasoned already. He'd be still in his early 20s, but he would already be Spider-Man for like 8, 9, like 7 years already, and has a lot of experience, and he can show the ropes and how to be a hero and train these young Avengers. Maybe perhaps introduce Nova. I would like to see a Nova film in Phase 5. That'd be really cool. So Phase 5 is going to be filled with a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking Young Avengers, Nova, Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Secret War, maybe a Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 after Secret War. So Secret War should be right in the center of Phase 5. And then Spider-Man 3, where we can reintroduce Venom, just in case the Venom deal with Sony doesn't work out. It's a good opportunity to introduce Venom. It's a character that people want, clearly, and they're like they have no plans of putting in Venom in their movies anytime soon. I'm like, just do it. Secret Wars is like the perfect opportunity to do that. It's a very, very popular comic series, and it's a great idea. So I want that to happen. And then we should probably get Howard the Duck. That'd be something. What else? And another Doctor Strange, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3 as well, and maybe some more What Ifs, and some more Disney streaming services as well. The Disney streaming service shows from Marvel as well. So that's my input on Phase 5. Don't want to lean into too much of Phase 5. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know what we're expecting. And but yeah, those are like the movies that I would like to add. Oh, and even Silver Surfer and Submariner. I would love to have Silver Surfer and Submariner part of Phase 5. Phase 5's lineup has to be strong because Phase 4 it's decent. It's just not strong enough. But it's pretty decent. I'll be honest with you. Completely honest with you, the only movies and stuff that I'm looking forward to or even curious about is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, curious about the Eternals. I am looking forward to Hawkeye, Loki, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like that's it. I'm like curious about those, but really looking forward to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Hawkeye. Like those, I'm looking forward to. So you let me know your thoughts, guys, and yeah, you post your comments down in the chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to be doing a video shortly. Maybe I'll upload it tomorrow instead. That's going to be addressing the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness film, and I'm going to be talking about that and what we can expect. Maybe even throw in some theories and whatnot. So you please be sure to to stick around for that, for more, because it's going to be a long week, and I'm pretty excited to share some more. But anyways, guys, it's been kind of a low-key, small stream. Not many people joined this time, and it's been kind of quiet. You guys are not saying anything on the stream. So yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you on the next comic panel.